Hey, this is Daryl Henry with the Insurance for Entrepreneurs YouTube channel, where we're talking about insurance and risk management issues for people that are trying to build something great, done by someone that's trying to build something great. Today's topic, I'm thinking about winter preparedness from a risk management insurance standpoint. I'm of the firm belief that good risk management is good business management. And so thinking ahead to weather precautions to make sure that we've got our people in our business set up to deal with bad weather, it's just good to have a plan in place. I wanted to go through some of the things that you should be thinking about from a risk management perspective, then tie it into a couple insurance coverages, just so you can have it front of mind. First off, inspect your building, take a look at it, make sure it's ready, make sure that the roof can take the weight of a big snow, make sure that you're looking around your facilities. Sometimes water will collect in a certain sidewalk area. Maybe the gutters are collecting water in a certain space. You want to make sure that as it gets cold that we are preparing the facilities to deal with colder weather, to make sure that we don't have unnecessary slipping and tripping hazards, and that the facility can deal with the weight. So along those lines, second part is make sure your pipes won't freeze. I'm recording this in 2024. Some of the biggest pipe bursts issues have taken place in the last 3 years, where there have been cold snaps in the Southeast and facilities that were not built to deal with the cold suddenly got very, very cold. Water froze in the pipes and exploded. And these claims are really, really nasty. They are very expensive because you've got drywall, flooring, pipes. It's very expensive. It's very disruptive for your operation. And it can be prevented by making sure your pipes are properly insulated, and ideally, if you've got some type of water flow monitor in there, letting you know what the temperature is in the pipes and how it's flowing, so you can identify the issue before it ever happens. Third thing is have a snow and ice removal plan. So if you have a parking lot and you have sidewalks and you know it's going to snow, or you know you're going to get freezing rain at some point, make sure you know how you're going to get that cleaned up as soon as possible. From an insurance perspective, the most common claims that you're going to experience are slip and falls. Somebody slipping in the parking lot, whether it's an employee, a customer, a client, somebody's trying to get into the building, it's icy, and whoop, they fall. So what you can do as a business or as a nonprofit or an operator of any kind is make sure you know how you're going to get the snow up and how you're going to get the ice removed when it happens. And if the contractor you're using is not reliable, maybe you need to think about replacing them. This is where the idea of running a good business, having good risk management, is good business. And at the end of the day, it does tie back to your insurance program and what you'll pay in the long run. Fourth thing to think about is having a winter weather preparedness kit. And I think you should think about this in two different places. One would be in an office space. So a first aid kit, something to do if the power goes out and you're there and it's cold. And the second place you need to think about it would be in vehicles for people that drive. So for example, I'm a salesperson. I have to get out on the road from time to time. Making sure that your people that are traveling regularly, if something happens and they're in an accident and they're stranded on the side of the road and it's cold, that they've got something to help them stay warm, that they've got something that will help them be prepared for that moment. So in your office and in your cars, some type of preparedness kit. The fifth one is communication with people when there's a winter weather event. You may have to close offices. You may want to tell people to work from home. You may not open the store, but having a plan set in place on how you're going to talk to people and communicate the message is really important. there's a general rule of thumb is that if there's no plan on how you're going to do something and then something goes wrong and you have to execute a plan that doesn't exist, it's going to be a little chaotic. And then the sixth thing is driving. People need to drive differently when it's raining, when it's snowy and icy, and making sure that you're talking to your drivers about how you want them to behave when the weather gets bad is very, very important. Thanks for tuning in. This is Daryl Henry with the Insurance for Entrepreneurs YouTube channel. If this was helpful, please click like and subscribe. It helps other people find me, and it'll also keep you up to date when more videos like this come out. Thanks for tuning in.